doing a compression test on my 1970 Series 2A Land Rover. Step one is to let it warm up, which I've done. It's warming up right now. I'm going to shut off the engine and then go through the steps of doing the compression test. I want to just see what the compression is in each of the 4 cylinders. It's got a 4-cylinder, the Series 2A has a 2.25 liter engine. Step one, safety glasses. Step two, I'm going to remove the positive wire from the ignition coil so the car can't really start or turn over and there's no spark. So I'm going to do that now. And it was actually easier for me to just pull off the main wire that goes to the distributor. I'm going to try and turn over the car and make sure it doesn't start. So you can see, not kicking over, so there's no spark. Okay, next I'm going to label. I need to label each of the spark plug wires, and then as I pull the plugs out, I need to label those. So I've just got masking tape, and I'm just going to number them 1, 2, 3, 4, starting in the front, moving towards the back. So I'll do that. You can see that I've got the wires removed from the spark plugs, and they're all labeled with pieces of masking tape. They've got numbers on them, and now I'm going to take the plugs out and then put them in order as well. Okay, I'm taking the first spark plug out. Wow, it looks really clean. Just kidding, that's a brand new spark plug. Here's the spark plug. This is what just came out of cylinder 1. Get a gander at that. It's not bad. You can see it's not terrible, but maybe it can use a little cleaning. And I'm going to go ahead and pull out the rest of the plugs. But that's basically plug number 1. Spark plug number 2. Now I got this nice little box I'm using. So spark plug number 1 is in here, and 2 goes right there. And there's the beautiful number 3. And here comes spark plug number 4. There it is. Don't they look nice? I'm putting the hose in the cylinders, starting with number 1. This is the compression tester hose, and I'm just going to tighten it up and then attach the gauge, and then I'll go inside the car and start it up. Okay, the gauge is attached. And here we go. I'm going to push the gas pedal down all the way to the floor and crank it 4 or 5 times and see what we get. 170, 160. Yeah, the reading is 160, maybe 159. I'm going to go with 160, and I'm going to write it down. I've got it right here. Here's my notebook. Cylinder 1 dry, 160. That's my compression. Okay, on to the next one. Here's a little release valve here. You just push it, and it takes the air out. Let's do the next one. I finished the compression tests last night. It was getting too dark to continue shooting video of it. I just want to share the results. So, just as a recap, I tested all 4 cylinders, dry and wet, and the results are cylinder 1, 160 dry, 160 wet. 2 is 120 dry, 140 wet. 3 is 155 dry, 160 wet, and 4 is 160 dry, 169 wet. So those are the results. Now what I'd like to show you, I use this book here. It's by Richard Hall. It's really an excellent, it's called Land Rover Series 1, Series 2, 2A and 3, Maintenance and Upgrades Manual. It's a great book, it's a great reference book. There's even a really nice chart on electrical in here, which gives you a color coding. So here on page 97, they give you the main wiring colors, and it tells you what it is. So you see a green and red wire, you know that's hold on. You see a brown wire, that's a direct feed from the battery. White is a feed via the ignition switch unfused. So it gives you all the color codes. Red and white, instrument panel lights, etc. It's very handy. But what I want to show you is the compression test. It actually outlines the process, the procedure, and it tells you what the results are supposed to look like and what those mean. So what they're saying here is, on a healthy engine, you should see around 140 to 160 psi, depending on the compression ratio. A reading much below 130 would suggest the cylinder bores and pistons are fairly worn. The engine will be down on power and burning some oil. So that kind of gives you the numbers, and it says all cylinders should give a compression figure within 10% of each other. So now as a reference, if we take cylinder 2 out of it, which is the exception, 160, 155, 160 for 1, 3, and 4. 160, 160, 169 between 1, 3, and 4 for wet. So they are within 10% of each other. That's good. The 120 dry on cylinder 2 and 140 dry on cylinder 2, that's 20 to 30% less. That's substantially different. So I know I have a problem on cylinder 2 of some kind. And then, of course, it says what the reading should be between 140 and 160. Yes, they're all close into the 160 range. So except for cylinder 2, the engine seems pretty healthy. So that's really what I wanted to share at this point. The compression test is done. I've decided to put new spark plugs in rather than clean the old spark plugs. I want to look at each spark plug individually and see if I can analyze what they mean. So maybe I'll do a separate video on that. But for right now, I'm just going to gap some new spark plugs and put them back in and get the thing running again. So I've just replaced the spark plugs, and I gapped them to .025, which is what it says in the book. And let's see if the engine starts now. Brand new plugs in there. Yep, it's running fine. So my next step is to look at each of the old plugs individually. I've got them numbered, cylinder 1, 2, 3, 4, and take a good look at them and see, you know, state of the engine. That's my next step. And thank you for watching, and please leave your comments down below. If you like this video, please subscribe and I'll make more videos. Thanks.